So the Corn Growers Association, Ryan Buck, and this will be for Group B, the 1st District candidates.
The Renewable Fuels Standard has been a huge success story for our farmers and for dependency on foreign oil. Lately, the EPA has attempted to change the rules and requirements, and there has been numerous attempts to repeal the RFS in Congress. How will you help move forward with a strong renewable fuels policy?
First of all, ethanol's been, is this on? There we go. First of all, ethanol is an extremely important product here, not only in southern Minnesota, but Minnesota-wide. And I believe that Minnesota got it right when they set up the ethanol production. Renewable fuel standard for this year hasn't even been set. Here we are into August, and the EPA hasn't said whether the number is going to be 16 billion gallons, 18 billion gallons, we don't know. This is another example of Washington not having its act together and setting clear standards so that ethanol producers and corn producers know what the standard's going to be. But my understanding is that I support the renewable fuel standard, but I believe that ethanol would still stand on its own because of the fact that ethanol is the best way to increase octane, and it's the lowest and cleanest way to increase that octane for energy producers. So it's ridiculous if we're having this fight coming out of Washington, D.C. Set the standards so the producers know what they're working with throughout the year.
Okay, this 1st District candidate Aaron Miller, and now Jim Hagedorn.
Yeah, I support the program. You know, one of the things we were told by the Washington politicians is that they had this thing covered. They came back and did victory laps and said, oh, we got an ethanol program, everybody's good. And then their own administration turned around and stuck it to the farmers, and now we're trying to beg to have the program continue in some meaningful way, that it's not going to pull the rug out from under the farmers and set us into recession in southern Minnesota. I don't have any problems reviewing this program from time to time, but these changes of this magnitude need to be phased in. We can't allow, 1 year a big swing here and there, because our farmers and our rural economy, the people that live in rural areas, are going to suffer.
Now 1st District Congressman Tim Walz.
This nation sends $1 billion a day for energy to countries that hate us. They'll hate us for free. We have the opportunity in this country to produce our own energy, to become energy independent. Renewable fuels, in the heart of it, right here in southern Minnesota, have been a catalyst in making sure that we become less dependent on foreign oil than we've been. We understand that the issues here are feed supplies and things like that, but here's what I have to tell you. What America does right is entrepreneurship. What America does right is taking something from nothing and creating an industry in ethanol. And all we're asking for is set the standard so it can be there and let us play on a level playing field. I'm for all energy sources, but when one energy source trumps another and crushes down making sure we can't enter into that field, that's not right. It's not good for America, and it doesn't make us any more energy independent. We've been asking for and will continue to do so. My job in Article 1 of the Constitution as a representative is to continue to advocate for those policies, which we've done. I've been the strongest advocate of the RFS renewal and renewable energy, and I'll continue to do so.
Okay, next up on our congressional candidates forum on agriculture and rural issues will be questions for our 4th, 6th District candidates.